What's up, Tricology family? Welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Talk. And today we have a couple of updates, announcements, and a couple of discussions that we're going to talk about for today's topics for today. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. As you know, when Disney Plus released last November, and from the time then till now, it has reached 50 million subscribers in 5 months. That put them in the same league as Netflix. So for order the Disney Plus to maintain that momentum of start, the only thing that they are lacking is more originals. Now, when it comes to the Disney Plus originals, they only have like reboots like the Lady and the Tramp, the spinoffs with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, and Loki, and also other expanding universes with Star Wars, including the Mandalorian and other Marvel shows with Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, and She-Hulk. And the only thing popular with Disney Plus now is of course the Mandalorian. It got so much popularity through merchandise, pop culture, and everything. So Jack from DSY's Newscast, and I'm gonna put his link down below so you can subscribe to his channel if you're a Disney fan. When it comes to like movies, TV shows, parks, and everything, I'll have that link down below. But he recently discussed a potential ideal and concept shows for Disney Plus to have more originals. Now, these concept shows are based on attractions from Disney parks, and I'm gonna read to you as right now. So, the first one up, we have Main Street USA, which will be seen at Magic Kingdom at Disney World. So, cities of all across the nation are experiencing the spoils of the Golden Age, which the citizens of small town America struggle to realize a promising and new century. That is until the experiencing wealth business owner J.K. Porter arrives in Lena, Missouri, and transfers the town to Dynasty Forever. I can see that show being a pretty good show, but moving on to the next one, we have Thunder Malaysia. It's based on the Big Thunder Mountain, which is at Magic Kingdom as well. Let me read the storyline here. In the midst of the Golden Rush and the westward expansion, a portion mining town befalls a natural disaster that reveals the cursed history of the scarce location and wears the fabric of the community. That was like a pretty good storyline and a pretty good show. So next one up is Foolish Mortals. Now that's based on the Haunted Mansion. Of course, there's attraction of that as well. Which is already there's already been a movie about that, but like for this concept show, they want to like go backwards and dive deeper into the backstory. It's kind of like a prequel to me when they think about it. So let me just read this storyline for that. In this anthology series, the Ghost Host presents each foolish mortal unique and living tale in their usual demise before taking residence alongside 99 happy hunters within this mansion. So it kind of has that Twilight feel into it when it kind of explains the story, but I kind of like to see how that goes. So I kind of like that concept of that show. So next one up is Red Between the Tides. Now this is based on Pirates of the Caribbean himself. Of course, there's a ride that tells the flight physicians to the storyline I'm going to read is the golden age of piracy may not be near its age, but for Scarlet Red Gibson, her story is about to begin. Her life between the tides of Egypt and torture will uncover her mystery heritage, along with the fate of the Pirates of the Caribbean. So that's a pretty good story to tell. And I'm also kind of seeing what else they're going to do for the next Pirates of the Caribbean movie. And Johnny Depp going to return as Jack Sparrow. So that's a pretty good that one. So moving on to the next one. So it's Marvel Vision TV. So this one is based on the Marvel Vision 3D movie. So to me, when it comes to like to the Muppets, they're always good for as far as television in the TV series. The only good movies they had was like way back in the past, like right after Muppet from Space. The movies kind of like went down the shell. and it wasn't that good anyway. So there was, and the last TV series they had was back in 2015. I think it was 2015. Yeah, back then. But let me read the storyline for this one. Throughout the years, the Muppets has hosted at various hours and talk shows, and even through Taking Manhattan. However, now they will return at home, where they have the past 3 decades and take upon their residency inside Disney's Hollywood studios. Now, in case y'all didn't know that the Muppet Vision 3D was directed by Jim Henson, that was his last project like before he died. So that's like a pretty good concept for that one. So, and the next one up we hear is our shared spaceship Earth, which I hope that near National Geographers could pick up on this one. And this one is based on the attraction from Epcot. Let me read the storyline for this one. Explore the entry history of our shared journey throughout this time and space aboard this spaceship Earth. Traveling in each area of the Discovery, this multi-part docu-series focus on its breakthroughs in communication, medicine, transport, and technology that will tell the story of the human ignorance. No, this is a pretty good show that I watch. I always like Natural Geographic, but the ones that got me more interested is more like underwater and like African and casting like all this stuff. So yeah, moving on to the next one is things findings. I don't remember. Oh yeah, this attraction was at Epcot. So there's a storyline for this one. Join Finn and the Dreaming Finder as they investigate the wonders of the imaginary and teach you about the reality of science. So, not really interested in that one, but we'll see how that goes. Moving on to the next one. Small World After All. Of course, that's an attraction ride from Magic Kingdom. So, 5 children of the world set sail on the happiest cruise to learn about the geographic and culture around the globe. So that's a pretty good show to look after. So next one up. This is my personal favorite for this one. Origin Story, a Toy Story story. So when it comes to like all the Toy Story series, we already know the backstory for Woody. We already know the backstory for Buzz, and we already seen the backstory for Jesse. But like, we never know the backstory of the other toys, like how they became like Andy's toys. So let me just read the storyline for this one. Uncover the toys' first toy, backstory, and origin story in this anthology series by Pixar Animation Studios. This explores the toys' lives before they were lovely indescribable with Andy's name and became part of the family. So I like this one. Like we get to see like one episode be about Rex how he became Andy Sawyer. Have one by Mr. Potato Head, one by Slinky, and then everybody else as Ham and everybody. So this is a really good concept. So when it comes to these ideal shows, I would love to see how Disney could pick them up if they're listening, and I really hope they come apart. So that would be great to see if these shows get picked up and put together. And next one up, we have a couple announcements. So the Hunger Games is doing a prequel movie. Is now in development with the original director we're returning to direct this film. It is based on Susan Collins' Ballad of the Songbirds and the Snake book, which that book is going to be arriving in May. So if you guys are Hunger Games fans, if you want to check out that book, so it gets you guys an idea of what the prequel is going to be about. So I highly recommend checking that out. So moving on to the next announcement. So Venom has been so with Venom 2. Everybody been wondering when the trailer is going to be out because it was supposed to be come out in October. Well, I got some news. It won't be coming out in September because that movie has been postponed. And not only postponed, they give it an official title. So the title of this film will now be Venom: Let There Be Carnage. It will now hit theaters June 25th, 2021, instead of this year October 2nd. So with that in mind, and let's move on to the next one. Speaking of delayed movies, we have a new revised schedule of the DC movies that will be coming out. So starting with Wonder Woman 1984, which will be coming out on August 14th. Next one up is Suicide Squad, which is it's like a sequel and a reboot at the same time. But directed by James Gunn, and that will be coming out on August 6th. And speaking of that, everybody been wondering, asking James Gunn, is like, if this gonna be rated PG-13 or this is gonna be rated R. So he took to Twitter and say, I know what the rating is gonna be, but I just don't plan on sharing it. So I really hope this movie could be rated R, and if it's not, then I'm fine with PG-13, and I hope this movie will turn out really good. I have my faith in James Gunn, and like he did with Guardians of the Galaxy. So I hope my faith for that. And also, once Suicide Squad gets done, we're gonna be moving on to do Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and then we'll see how that goes from there. So, and that's when the Batman will be played by Robert Pattinson, and that will be coming out on October 1st, 2021. So there's been a lot of talks about Robert Pattinson being Batman, and we see all these behind the scenes photos and stuff. So there was even a talk that but before they put Pattinson as Batman, there was a talk about Freddie Prinze Jr. Being him as Batman. So, and at the ideal, I would like. I think I'd rather see Freddie Prinze Jr. as Batman than Robert Pattinson. But we got that, so we'll just have to see where they go from there. So, other than that, moving on. The Flash will now be released on June 3rd, 2022. So, about the Ezra Miller situation. So, I don't know if he's still going to play the Flash, and we don't know what's going on. So, but we do know there's a new release date. Other than that, moving on to the next one is Shazam 2, which is going to be coming out November 4th, 2022. And the real question is, will Dwayne The Rock Johnson's Black Adam show up? We don't know then, but I hope he does. So even though he got his solo movie coming out too, so we'll just have to see it go from there. And last but not least, Aquaman 2 will be coming out on December 18th, 2022. So yeah, so that's those are the latest revised DC movies that will be coming out. So. And then moving on to the next one is want to talk about The Last Dance, which is a 10-part documentary series based on Michael Jordan and also the 1997-1998 the Bulls championship journey, and the trials and tribulations between how they won the championships in that year against the Utah Jazz. So I saw the first four episodes, and I had to say this is a really good. So if you're like an NBA fan, if you're a LeBron fan, you're a Kobe fan, if you're a Dwayne Wade fan, or if you're a Will Chamberlain fan, so this documentary is for you. So you could really explore like how really good of a player was Michael Jordan back then, and also relationship with the Bulls, relationship with Scottie Pippen, and everybody else. So if you have ESPN, I highly recommend you check out this documentary. More episodes gonna be coming up soon, and in May. So you guys check that out. So yeah. Other than that, moving on to the next one, we saw our first trailer for the Mandalorian season 2. Now, we all know that the Mandalorian Season 2 will come out in October, but we got to talk about Baby Yoda. Well, we can't call him Baby Yoda right now. Like, he's more like a teenage stoner, like Yoda. Like, oh my God. That was so funny, man. They even break the fourth wall, and we saw like a group action figure there when he had the Doritos. And just smoking a blunt and everything, and try to do the fourth and everything. Like, oh my God, this had like a Guardians of the Galaxy feel into it. So I cannot wait for season 2 and see how that goes. Well, but that was completely funny, man. If you guys haven't seen the trailer right now, like go look at it. You guys gonna enjoy the trailer and just can't wait for season 2. And moving on to the next announcements and updates. So HBO Max, and now we found its release date when it their new streaming service and when it's going to be coming out. So it'll be coming out on May 24th. So and they put out a few teaser trailers to their original shows, and with all the original Max original shows, the only two that I'm looking forward to is the Looney Tune cartoons and the Not Too Late show with Elmo. So those are the looking for, and also all the great content from Warner Brothers, New Line, TNT, TBS, Adult Swim, and everything from HBO. And I can't wait to see. For that, I'll do another review once the streaming service is launched, and then going forward from that. So, moving on to the next one. So, this is for all the wrestling fans out there for the who may have concern for next year's WrestleMania. So, originally, WrestleMania is supposed to be going to the new SoFly Stadium in Los Angeles, California. So, we don't know what's going on because LA just canceled all sports events until 2021. We don't know but we don't know which month it's going to happen. So the WWE now has to figure out their plan B at the stadium. It's not going to be open in time if they're not going to let LA open in time. So this is just an update right now. They figured out a plan B, but they say it's too early to tell what's going on. But they are figuring out a plan B of what they're gonna do and everything. So that's the original update from there. If there's any more updates to be certain, I'll post another announcement on that. But other than that, they're just figuring out a plan B of what they're gonna do. So other than that. That's gonna do it for today. What's your thoughts and opinions on these updates and announcements? Comment down below in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell when we have new updates upload. And other than that, this is Trico, and I'm signing off. Peace.